Cause I'm like moving, gotta keep moving. I gotta move.
The mathematical genius. 16-year-old Otis Clark used his super athletic ability to jump over the wall that separated Bankhead and Buckhead. It was dusk, and he knew it wasn't safe, but he had to meet her. She could teach him about manipulating the math. People thought that his ability to soar, jump, and slam dunk came from his special shoes, but it really came from the mathematical genius held inside his bracelet. He just didn't know how to connect with it. He knew that his bracelet could allow him to see the world as a sequence of equations, but he could barely manipulate them. She was going to teach him how to use his real talent. The bracelet hummed, tingled. All of his identity was held inside it. If someone stole it, they'd have everything that was him. Otis pulled the hood over his head. The power of his bracelet thrummed up his entire arm. He could feel the math inside his soul. He looked at the world and saw numbers. He had to know how to manipulate them better. He had to get to her. He broke into a run. This neighborhood was dangerous. Perfectly manicured lawns with many mansions. They all wanted what he had. They wanted to be able to jump and slam dunk. Some of them would do anything to steal his identity. Dude, give me those shoes. Otis's heart sped. He looked around and he was surrounded. He didn't say a word. He smashed his eyes shut and tried to manipulate the equations. Raw nerves stopped him. That's why he needed her help. The pale faces attacked. Otis punched and kicked with bad intentions. Pow! He elbowed a nose and watched blood splurt. Wham! He punched and heard a jaw crunch. There were too many. His stomach lurched. The brick collided with the back of his head. Otis crumbled. Take them, he heard in a muffled gaze. They jacked his shoes. He saw one of them slip his size 13s on and try to jump. He laughed hysterical. The bracelet burned. He stood up slow and studied the red spatter on his white socks. That's when he saw his answer. The bracelet cooled against his brown skin. He manipulated the mathematical equations like second nature. He smiled at the suburban thieves as he jumped higher than he ever had. He didn't need her after all. He'd become one with the math inside the bracelet.
Do you see?
Yes,
I see.